Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's time. Happy Monday. It is what, the 26th already? Only a couple more days left in February. Hope you had an awesome weekend. Let's get it in. This is No Noise. I am Z Rex for the beginning of the week here for the nice end of the week analysis, I guess, because we got Sunday close for bitty bits and all the cryptos. And we will have monthly analysis later this week. Although I don't think that'll come until Friday because I think it's Thursday. Oh, yeah, we've got a long February. Is it usually 29 days? I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, let's get it in. Let's talk about some cryptos and some traditional markets. Getting some nice follow through. Ethereum looking good. Bitcoin up above its little range here, really taking off out the gate this morning. I mean, look at this. Since the U.S. market opened right at 8:30, this bitch just said, suck it. And we are at 53.5 or just short of. Next target on this is about 56. You already know what's up. Pretty much same shit as the last couple videos or so. Between 48 and 56 is kind of the range. I'm expecting to stay into that, and I'm still sticking to my guns on if we keep pumping really hard up into the halving, I'm going to be real nervous, especially anything over 56. I'll be a little nervous that that would be a big sell the news event, but we still got some time. We got all of March left, so plenty of popcorn watching, viewing time. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's see. And then again, we'll do monthly analysis on Friday. Oh, anything standing out? Man, if ETH is really the biggest nice mover in all this. STX looking good, so we're getting follow through on the Ordi coins. Man, VeChain, oh shit, VeChain's also breaking out. Very nice. Matic over $1. Oh, it's making new highs. Look at that. Nat gas finally bouncing a little bit. That's nice to see. All right, let's start from the top, boys and girl. As there probably isn't really any of those watching this stream. Anyway, moving on. Let's go to the total market cap. Oh, we are almost at 2 trillion. Looks like we tapped it. Yep, just shy. About, what is that? 5 million bucks, I believe. I think 5 million or 500,000. I don't know. It's one of those. Whatever. It hit it. It's close. It's close enough. 2 mil looking good. Let's see if we can get 2 trill. 1 trillion on shitcoins would also look very sexy. When was the last time we hit that, actually? Let's go back in time and look. Let's see. We're just going to put a horizontal there, too. That's close enough. Whatever. All right. Yeah, so you can see we didn't live up here very long. First attempt, immediate rejection. And then the second time, it stayed up there for about, what is that, 6-ish months or so? So 6 months of total just full tard pump shitcoin. This is when Dogecoin pumps and other meme coins, Akita, Inu, blah, 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 all those other ones. Let's see the dominance. What's it looking like? Just sideways. Not too shabby there. All right, let's go to the real price action now. Very beautiful. That 21 EMA was right up underneath us, and it just gave a launch pad for Bitcoin this morning. Very interesting. Did we regain the 458 over the weekend? Maybe. Hold up. No, we are attempting to regain it today, though. The bulls are coming from actually sub 16 all the way to over 26. Interesting. That's a big move for the bulls there. Nice job, guys. Also, oh yeah, let me get some shout outs real quick, or shout out to Mohammed Babar 0007. He's not 007, he's 0007. Appreciate the follow. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, bud. In the mornings we do the stream. So thanks for the sub. Or the follow, or whatever the hell they call them. I don't know. Anyway, it looks very nice. Let's see how this closes. I'm real curious to see if this is going to close above all this range. If it does, 52K will be temporary mega support while we work our way up to 56. And at this point, shit, that's only freaking 5% more or something. Let's go to the futures. Oh, actually, hold on. Back to spot, and let's look at the weekly. Yeah, kind of just dojied out, so nothing too crazy. Pretty much expecting that, especially in the between the 48 and 56 range. I mean, that's definitely to be expected. as price action in the market kind of digests this, and so far is accepting it too. The futures looks good. Got that trend line up here from the lows way back in what is it, August or something, or December? Sorry, December. Derp. So if we get above that, that would put it into super moonshot mode, but we still got a ways to work. And obviously that one's a little tough to do because it's sloped up and to the right. So it's got to get real aggressive. Nice follow through on GBDC. Man, getting comfy above 47 is super serial. Looks like we've got earnings coming up on. Oh, wait. No, we don't. I don't know what this is. Why do they even have this? Do they do earnings? Aren't they like a trust? Yeah, I don't see anything marked. So maybe that's just, I don't know what that is. Who cares? Moving on. Yeah, man. If this closes up here and we get the rest of this week above 47, holy shnikes, man. Pump 3,000 time. ETH coming up, and the Momo needs to be real strong to get above that. Here we are. Got up there a few days, about a week almost. And then, man, Launchpad, we are working our way to that 3,300 is the next target. And then after that, there's kind of a big gap all the way to pretty much the all-time highs. There's not much volume in this zone, in this area. So I'm expecting lots of resistance in the 3,300 handle. And anything above that, holy crap. I mean, we're going into pretty much full bull-tard mode right there. Would I be concerned if this lost like 29? Yes, I definitely would be, because that would probably at this point be testing the 21 EMA. But as of right now, even Sunday, dude, open and close above the range, super sexy. Litecoin's even catching up. Let's go, Charlie. Charlie. Man, I would really like to see this get follow through to kind of just add to the bullishness of Mama Bear and Unicorn Shirt, man. And that still needs to be above about 74-ish, just shy of that. ETC, man, lovely with Ethereum bouncing really hard. We're going to get some follow through on this. I don't see any reason why this won't at least come up to 30 in test. And then after that, that'll be kind of the true test. XRP is not doing shit. Is this a sleeper buy right now? Yeah, it probably is. It probably is. Let's pull a fib on this. Yeah, 618. Yeah, 618s. And if we do all the just the bodies, we're back above the 382. So kind of in this little sexy zone for the Bulls if they can defend it. If we get back above like 55, man, this thing probably will run up to 58, which is major contention area. After 58, it's like mid 60s, but there's a lot of resistance definitely at 58. You got the trend line cross, the horizontals, all this structure, lots of stuff there. But hey, if Mama Bear keeps running like this, I don't see how Garlic Bread doesn't get his shit together and start pumping. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What's Caleb doing? Caleb is kind of just chilling too. Kind of surprised he's just sideways. That's sort of what happens though, and as we go through each of these epochs in the Cryptolandia, some of the older ones just kind of get shelved while everybody wants to be on the new hypest, coolest train, which can pump 1,000%. I mean, there's been quite a few of those recently. Jasmine and ARM, and it's quite a bit. Tron. Oh yeah, so back to this. Sorry, a little distracted there. Just stay above like that 11 and a half kind of zone. But man, this bitch is getting squeezed. Really need to get back above 12. Tron is just chilling up under the 14 area, of course. I mean, that was the target on this for, way back over here, pretty much. So very nice to see that, but we're just not doing shit. Lots of resistance here. I mean, you can see all-time highs. And all-time highs were up here about 18 and change, but body close all-time highs were right here at about 1420. Of course they were. Where else would they be? Looks good though, above 13,420. So above like 13 and a half-ish, it looks still pretty good. And we got Momo all over the place. What about on the 458? Maybe if my computer will load. It's apparently not loading right now. There it goes. Yeah, no Momo on the 458. So, and we are, oh shit, look at this. We're getting mad vol flashes up here. One right here, one right here, one right here. Big move coming out of this very soon to a chart near you. Man, so dude, off of that in the daily, I mean, this is probably either going to go to 12-ish or 16 to 18 pretty quick. And obviously, we got to lean to the upside a little if Bitcoin just stays bid. By staying bid, I mean, pretty much now over that 52,000 area. Dot looking nice. I like this little trend line right here. Just riding up that like the Jesus man, looking good. Needs to clear $8 or so, and next spot would be about mid eights, like 850-ish. So not too bad. Don't lose 7.5. That would suck. Even getting comfy below like 770 would kind of be trash. ADA pamping. We got that ADA pamp. Let's go. And very beautiful candle on Sunday. Or actually, this was overnight here. Let me go back to the daily. Oh, well, we're getting follow through on that. Very nice candle here. Let's see if we can close this bitch above like 61.5, 62. That would be super sexy. Obviously, lots of resistance at about 64. So, Link Marines. Hey, wow, surprised this isn't pumping with Bitcoin and Unicorn Shirt, man, getting it in. Very bullish above 17, though. That one's real easy. As long as it stays, especially above this little swing here, which dips down in about 1750-ish. So maybe like mid 17 handle. As long as we're above that, it does look pretty damn sexy. EOS, is it actually going to do something? Dead Dan over here. I mean, technically, this is actually kind of nice. We got Chrono Cross. We've got the 200 just starting to curl up the last couple days. Yeah, I mean, that's actually pretty sexy, man. Hold up. Let's go to the weekly. I mean, this one's been a sleeper, too. I mean, no one has really been messing with EOS. I mean, obviously, it's an old-ass coin from back in the Gap. Dan was kind of the OG altcoin dudes, if you know BitShares. That was one of his first projects, I believe. Anyway, this looks real nice above about 70 cents. Huh. All right. Big Mama Bear stays bid. This bitch is probably running to at least 90. And what's after 90? Let's go back out to the weekly. Oh, man, we're getting squeezed. You could call this a real sloppy kind of bump and run, and we're finally based right at this trend line cross, too, which is hilarious. We kind of made jokes about that back over here, filling out the stupid triangles as crypto loves to do. But next major resistance point is probably $1. Looks like about like $1. Man, above $1, though, that bitch can go into moonshot mode real quick. All right, let's see what the real Bitcoin is doing. The real Bitcoin 2.0. Oh, this is beautiful. Looks very good above 260. This looks like it wants it. Just need to see some Momo get back in here, like DMI above 26 and maybe back above like 65 or so on RSI, but very nice above 260-ish. Let's look at the other real Bitcoin 3.0. This one, oh, beautiful reaction right here. And we close above this 76 horizontal. Man, this thing also is setting up very nicely. And if Bitcoin just stays bid, y'all, this is like the easiest time to trade. And I know that sounds crazy because it's like, it can't be that easy. Well, sometimes it is actually. And this is one of those times. We did it before, what was it, 28,000 or 26 or 36, pretty much the upper handles of each 10,000 range. So like 20K, 30K, 40K, etc. It's been very textbook, man. And that's how crypto, that's why we call it Mama Bear. She's the leader. I know a lot of people that hate Bitcoin maxis or whatever get mad about that, but it is what it is, man. Shitcoins ain't going to run super hard if Mama Bear's in the dumps and just dying and, making lower lows and lower highs. It just ain't going to happen. Anyway, very nice here above about that 76 zone. I love this little candle. Let's see if we can get some follow through this week. Very important week coming up here. It looks like already starting off the Monday hot. XMR is trying to get up over major resistance of 130, comfy above 130. I don't see why we wouldn't see 160 pretty quick. This is mostly just dumb delisting crap from Coinbase or whoever the hell it was. I don't know, whatever. Good old delist. Can't have the privacy coins, but Coinbase can put every shit coin on the market on there. It's like the ones that are total garbage, and it's like, oh yeah, list those. Those are good. Oh, privacy? Oh, no. We can't have that. We can't be having that now. It's like they're getting a little pressure from the feds or something. Who knows? Anyway, moving on to Zcash. Oh, beautiful. Look at this. All the way up to that 29. Let's go, y'all. I hope some of y'all caught this one. This was just such a freaking textbook H pattern off of the trend line and then did the exact. If you're looking for H patterns, y'all, this is textbook right here. This is exactly how they should act. You get the H right there. The reaction right here should be swift. It can't just lollygag and chill down here like this and then pump. That's not an H anymore, right? It's got to pretty much do it right out the gate. And this was textbook. We were following this the whole time from this, because it is on our main list as well. So this is textbook H pattern reversal kind of thing, because the H actually kind of stands for hard to short. It looks like it's really bearish, but it's actually pretty good structure for basing. And once you get over the hump of the H, which right in this case, which is right about like $24, then that bitch is full bullish mode as long as it holds the hump holder. So that's a textbook H pattern. That's how you want them to play out. Now, if it starts dribbling and breaks these lows, like the bottom part of the H, then you can actually just use it, drag the H pattern down for a measured move. Those do not happen as often, though. They usually will snap like this, or they turn into like some other basing pattern, after another 10 candles or so. Textbook, though, reaction for swift tests of other side of range, though, when you see it set up like y'all. Very nice. Obviously, lots of resistance at 29. Let's go to the weekly. Beautiful bouncing off of there. So getting above 29, you already know it can start going into full moon mode. Let's get it. Dashy poo. What's Dash doing? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful Dash chart here. Love this. Chrono cross. Now, the 200 isn't quite sloped to the upside, but if we just stay above 30 for the rest of this week, that will start to curl up, and this will be super sexy setup. We got the vol flash last week we mentioned. I mean, there's mega support right at $29-ish. And as long as we're above that, this does look very sexy. And where could we target on this? We could target to the 55 in the top end of this range, so at about mid 30s. And if Mama Bear keeps staying bid, it probably will usurp and take over this trend line from the underside. And if that happens, I mean, I would be not surprised to see somewhere in the 50s. There should be quite a bit of resistance in the mid 50s on this one. Doji Poo, what are you doing? Not much. Let's ratchet down. Hey, it's got Chrono Cross now over the weekend. It actually still had it technically last week too. But follow through still looks good above 8. Like the low 8-cent handle looks actually super sexy. Oh, and this, I didn't mention this last week, or maybe I did, but let's talk about it. Those for a long time. We mentioned it, I think, in late January or somewhere around here. That was like, man, come on, Doge, make a higher high. That would look sexy. We got it, y'all. Ask and you shall receive. That's just how it works in crypto. You're like, give me tendies. And the crypto gods are like, okay, here you go. And let's see. Anyway, looks very sexy. Let's put a little trend line here because we are getting a pretty significant one that even can kind of connect to the bottom of this, can it? Yes, it can. Look at that. All right, so very important. Don't be failing me now. And it probably won't unless Mama Bear breaks down back below 48. Maybe with the pump today, you could ratchet that up to like 51-ish, like I said earlier, but let's see. Let's wait for the week to finish. Stacks, obviously, this is going to follow Bitcoin a lot, so we're just pump time, pump fest 3000. Price acceptance up here with follow through. I mean, that's high and tight flag type formation. I mean, it don't get much better than that. Don't lose 230s. True. Oh, True is finally coming true to its price. Look at this. Higher highs, high lows. Barely barely holding on. Faked everybody out just for a second, right on the 200 with this little Doshi candle, which was beautiful. We talked about that live on stream. Hopefully, some of y'all do your thing and listen to the price action because that's all you have to do. You're not really listening to me per se. I'm just a conduit for what the chart's saying. That's all. That's all. Oh, man, this thing looks so good above 6 cents, y'all. My goodness. And what's the target on it? 1 million, probably? Obviously, a little Josh in there. About 13-ish. Let's put a horizontal there. Like 13-ish somewhere looks pretty good. And if we also pull some fib off of this, there's a little bit of resistance at about 8 cents. So XRD staying high and tight here on the weekly. Look at this beautiful breakout, higher highs off all the structure going back to mid-December or so. And now we just did a retest of this basing pattern. Now this is confirming this is actually a basing pattern. This looks very good above 4.5 pennies. Really needs to get back above 4.8 though for super bull boner time. But regardless, looks very sexy time right here. Mama Bear stays bid. I don't know how this thing doesn't get into this blue box at some point here in the next, probably before the halving, really. Oh man, that shit's crazy. That's already like right around the corner. V chain, if it open and closes like this in the next, it's got a lot of time, 7.5 hours left. But if it open and closes like this, holy shnikes, dude. Wow. V chain, beast mode. This has been one of my favorite altcoins for the year. You know, they've got some pretty good partnerships. Apparently, the market likes them for real skis. Yeah, and we talked about it a long time ago. I mean, they actually made their partnership with UFC in the bear market, like down here, I believe. It was either right here or right here. It was in the summer of one of these years. I think it was in 23, which is kind of crazy. Who makes a deal with shit coins in like literally the bottom of the bear market? That is very, very rare. Look at this on the weekly now that we got this pulled up. Doji right underneath it, and we're already getting follow through. This weekly closes like this next Sunday. Whoo! Let's go. Adam, let's go here. No, beautiful chart. Love this above about $10. Super sexy above $10. Osmos, man, why is Osmos not pumping? Potential opportunity here. This bitch is sideways as hell. It's trapped in like a 15-20 cent range. Yeah, it looks real good above about 150 though. Yeah, I mean that's been the same for the last many videos now. I'm actually kind of surprised this hasn't pumped at all. Well, no higher highs yet. Kind of just lollygagging here. Nothing really too exciting off of this chart. Super neutral overall. The shorter term, weekly is obviously bullish because we're just way up here at the tops. Now, as long as we're above 150, it's probably a pretty good shot, man. It's probably a good shot, especially if Mama Bear just stays bid the F up. Ooh, look at Ton getting squeezed in the EMAs right above this critical horizontal. It's not making higher highs, though. A little bit concerning there, but we probably get resolution on this week because, I mean, just by what? Yeah, just by Friday, if we just stayed here, all the EMAs would pretty much squeeze it into a corner. So probably getting a little price action from this one. And I would be looking for pretty much a new high off this intermediate structure at around 240, 242. And if it went to the downside, which is probably not as likely unless Mama Bear breaks down, then we could probably look at like 180. Matic also pumping. Look at this. Beautiful. A little resistance over here at that 107 area. Let's go to the weekly. Actually, the mega resistance is more like the 1 teens. Yeah, there's a lot of resistance in the 1 teens. So yeah, 113 to 119 roughly. And then after that, it's not until about 160. So Matic looking very, very sexy time. Yeah, Nike's still using them, man. If y'all haven't looked at some of that stuff, I'm not really huge into NFTs. I mean, I like them and some of the utility they'll be able to provide once infrastructure gets built out more. But it's kind of cool. I mean, they're like doing shoes in the metaverse, and then you can even order the shoes too and get them shipped to your house. They're kind of expensive, but still, nonetheless, pretty cool. All right, to the traditional markets. Bam, Pump Fest 3000. We're above the trend line now. Let's see how that weekly looked. Beautiful. I mean, this thing just can't sell off, apparently. One day it will. One day it will. We're not quite there yet. And when will I look for that day? When we start losing 5K. We start losing 5K and build structure below 5K. Then we got some concerned bulls, if you will. NASDAQ looks still fine. I mean, it's struggling a little bit for momentum. There's not much left up here, but there is a lot of resistance at 18.3. Past 18.3, it's, moonshot mode again. But as long as we're holding about mid 17 handle, it looks pretty damn good. Looking for a new high, though, this week on structure. That could be the first clue that we're getting weak. If we do not get one of those, man, that's a lot of weeks. That we're looking weak if we don't get one during the week. Yeah, that made sense, right? The Dow, the trannies are saying, suck it, boys and girls. Looks beautiful above 38.8. That's it. It's easy peasy. Weekly, and we got momentum, too, on the weekly, and we also have it on the daily. So a little bit stronger posturing on the trans. Oh, actually, we're not there yet. That's next, the Dow trans. On the regular Dow, looks very nice above that mid 3,800 handle. Oh, appreciate the sub there, Arjun. Arjun 8257, man. Appreciate that. We do streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday, bud, in the mornings. Glad to have you here. Throw tickers in the troll box. I don't know if the troll box is working. I don't see anything in the chat. Sometimes it does that. But if it's not working, I apologize for that. We'll get the freaking Telegram Discord thing going at some point. Then we can kind of circumvent that thing. Anyway, to the Russell, to the majors. What are they doing? The major leagues, they're not really doing that much. I mean, we still got the long, wide chrono cross here. I mean, we're right up against the trend line. Lots of resistance still at 2060. I mean, it looks good still. We got higher highs and higher lows, so you can't fault any of the bulls for that. Just really, I want to see it get over this magenta candle, man, which is about 236, which is also where this trend line is exactly, which is kind of funny. So we'll probably get resolution on that this week. We start failing here and roll over. You know, since Mama Bear's, or I'm sorry, since not Mama Bear, Russell Bear, since I don't know, a while ago in the videos, how Russell didn't make new highs in all this consolidation when the market was just blowing the hell up, looking super sexy. It did for 1 second and then immediately failed. And so Russell is kind of more akin to the actual economy than the other ones because those are all pumped up with freaking crazy hyped up tech stocks and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, though, as long as this is kind of holding 2K, it does look all right. We start getting comfy below 2K, though. Watch it lay. Trannies, what are they doing? They're just chilling. They ain't doing much here. Kind of just sideways. Weekly still does look very strong above 15.3. You know, them strong trannies. A lot of resistance, though, at like 16K, though. So kind of funky little pattern. It's sort of a flag-ish from here. So right in the middle of it, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. You got the magenta candle. Really need to get over 16K. DAX, is it making new highs still? Yep. Next target on it is 17.8. Same shit as last week. Beautiful chart. I mean, there ain't no problems with this above 17,000. Ain't got no issues with that. VIX, what is VIX doing? Is it about to spike up here and make a new high? It has been doing that. Look at this. Higher lows, higher highs. So between that and this chart, those are kind of the concerns a little bit for the bulls. VVIX, though, doesn't even matter. The bitch is all the way at 80. And it's a very sloppy chart right here. Oil. What is oil going to do this week? Is it going to break down? Man, it is tough. Oil is having the real struggles, man, right on the trend line. Maybe this week we can get some pumpage for the bulls, although I'd rather have it stay lower just for living expense sake, for gas. And, you know, if this starts pumping, you think groceries got high again at the beginning of the year. Well, they'll go up more if this gets over $80, that's for sure. Man, so I kind of hope that doesn't happen, but man, above a 78.5, oof, watch out. And then also on the downside below about 75.5. So a little $3 range there makes it kind of easy. Nat gas, beautiful. Look at this, putting that base in. I would say we're getting closer and closer to confirmed bottoming, not confirmed, but high probability bottoming pattern on nat gas. Monday word salad there. But as long as it's holding about 160s, it does look pretty damn good for a base here. I'm going to let some more time go on that before I nibble any UNG or something like that. T-bond futures rallying a little bit or no? Wait, no, they're down. Sorry, they rallied on Friday. Look what they did, though. Broke down structure, rallied up to structure, getting rejected already intraday today. Look at that. Nice volume on it, too. A little higher than average. So that's interesting. How about the 10-year? 10-year couldn't even get way up there. We're about to have chrono cross this week, too, if this probably stays below here, the 110 area for the rest of the week. Man, lots of volume in the last 3 days on bonds, y'all. The most we've seen in a hot minute since kind of the pump started. Pretty much since the pump started. And then last time was over here before it rolled over. So an interesting read there on the volume. I did not notice that last week. TNX above 420. You already know that, along with the VIX chart and the Russell, are the biggest concerns for continuation in the bulls for the majors. But hey, it is what it is. We just got to be students of price action. And if this breaks 420, I would be looking for new highs in pretty much all the majors except for Russell, maybe at some point. But like immediate, just new high continuation, especially on NASDAQ, if this were to break down. Does have a chrono cross, so you got to be a little careful, though. We haven't seen one of those since back over here in June. Dixie, no, we're going to skip that one. We're going to skip that one, go to gold. Gold looking nice. I love this bounce. Yet again, 2,000 confirmed as mega support. Gold, though, you got to stop being a bitch and you need to make a higher high. This is whack right here. Even lows and lower highs is a descending triangle. That is a bearish formation. We don't want that to keep continuing. And we pretty much have filled this out. Probably resolution in the next few weeks. I'm thinking at least for the early part of the spring, because if you can kind of see this triangle, something like this and like this, my perfectly drawn triangle, you can see that we are getting pretty close to a breaking point, which is usually around the mid 70s on traditional markets. That's generally when triangle formations will break. Although in Cryptolandia, they will fill that bitch out and go sideways for another freaking third of the candle size right through the apex. I've seen that so many times. It's kind of crazy. Regardless, though, stop being a bitch, gold. Make a higher high. Let's see you get over 2069. Stop being a little punk. Silver continuing to be a little punk. Looked good last week for a couple days. Faded immediately. I mean, this is why I don't like precious metals, y'all. Like, yeah, I get it. It's an inflation hedge, whatever that people say it is. But is it really? Go pull up a chart from the 70s when we came off the gold standard and put it up against the S&P. The S&P beat it. It didn't even keep up with the S&P. Think about that for a second. Real estate and equities, contrary to, well, real estate's kind of in that vein, but equities, contrary to popular belief, they rally hard in hyperinflation. See Zimbabwe, see Weimar, see Argentina, see a lot of examples of that. We shouldn't be any different. And this is just garbage. I mean, look at this. You've been holding this shit for 4 years and it's flat, man. Opportunity cost is a knocking, my friends. And this is just too... That's the thing about precious metals. Like, they're good trading vehicles for range trading most of the time and kind of just doing shorter term swing trades. But unless you're like uber millionaire and you got lots of money and just cash that you need to do something with, then it kind of makes sense to maybe store some in a vault or whatever. I can see that angle, but dude, for the vast majority of people, man, most people aren't sitting on millions and millions of dollars with just extra liquid cash to buy precious metal and sit in the freaking cupboard in the side for 10 years. And guess what? Let me show you something. In 10 years, yeah, that's right. You're flat still. Think about that, man. Just some food for thought. I don't know. Oh, and let me tell you something real quick. Here's when I first bought, and I got into markets. It was right here, literally. Not even kidding. I bought it I still have the receipts. I bought like $43. It was the first time. So, oh, look, dude, you just buy it and hold, man. It's great. Well, yeah, shit, maybe. But after 13 years, almost 5,000 days, I'm still down 50%. That kind of sucks. And I know timing is a lot of stuff, right? I could say, oh, shit, I bought here, and then I'd be way better if I got in 10 years almost before that. But you can see just gold and silver just really trend for long periods of time. They'll usually pump and then just trend forever or just bleed out forever like this. The Hunt brothers. Anyway, I think I beat that horse enough. I just don't think it's for most people unless you're just doing swing trading, maybe some SLV, some GDX, stuff like that. But for just buying and holding forever, dude, crypto's way better for that, in my opinion, of course. All right. Oh, look, platinum failing at 950 again right here. Nope, don't care about it as long as it's below 950. Garbage. Same for palladium, except it's not 950, it's just about 1,000 flat, you can see. I mean, it's trying to base here. Maybe this turns into some kind of like inverted head and shoulders pattern this week or something like that, but just really don't care about it until it gets above that 1,000. Also, palladium's pretty hard to trade. Let's see, GDX. Oh yeah, miners aren't looking too sexy. Yeah, on GDX or GDXJ, gnarly. Speaking of miners, let's go to crypto miners because that's more important right now. Oh, snap. Look at that, y'all. Beautiful. Breakout, new high, retest, old high, follow through to the upside. It don't get much better than this, y'all. Super sexy time. Whoa, God, look at all this green over here on these freaking... Yee. Oh, snap, man. Damn. It's just Greenfest 3000 over here. MicroStrategy up 14. Cores up 3. I kind of want to buy some cores right now. Let's go to Overstock or buy Beyond now because I thought that was a real good one. Kind of missed that one. Missed earnings, suck it. Damn, missed earnings by 666. The devil's numbers hiding in there. You see that? Anyway, market didn't give a shit. It's rallying to new highs. Beautiful, beautiful chart. A lot of resistance at about mid 30s, but other than that, looks real good above like 28. Man, back over to our chart here. Man, this thing looks sexy. Love this reaction. Now the test is going to be at about 920. We get over 920 for a few days, probably even just 2 days, open and closing above that. Dude, we might be breaking 56,000 on Bitcoin. Whew. Ooh. I mean, I already set my scenario up, how I kind of think that's going to play out. Rallying too hard into the halving, I think is a little sus, just a little bit, because that would be different behavior than all the other times. Yes, it does rally like well before it, like we have today, but rallying really hard right up into the moment would be a little bit different of behavior. So, man, pump fest. Hope y'all holding some miners. Let's go look at cores while we're talking about it because it just finally got out of bankruptcy, all that kind of crap. It got its 4 ticker symbol back. Whenever you see 5, that means it's a shit coin or shit stock or whatever you want to call it. Kind of over the counter or pink sheet or something like that. But when you get down to 4, that means your big boy time. And this is basing here, y'all. I mean, let's see. If we do fib, where's this fib at? Right on the 618. Back above 342, of course it has to be that. Oh, this thing could run real hard, and this probably does have options. I'm going to go look at this actually after the stream's over. Man, and if there's anybody in the chat that's putting stuff in, I'm sorry. I cannot see anything in the chat, man. I can't see it for you. What is this? Why am I getting alerts from idea people? I don't know. No, go away. All right. So I do apologize if that's not popping up. We do have some peeps that come in here and drop lots of tickers. One, Mr. Lewis, you know who you is. Oh, hey, let's see here. Tesla, ooh, getting back over 200. Okay, that's actually pretty bullish. Yeah, that's what we need for the Tesla bulls. Man, it could break over this trend line too. Interesting position for the chart here. Fill this gap. All right. Neo, what do we got here? Neo, oh my God. No, let's just get that off the chart. Holy shit, off the screen. Oh, look at that. We hit it on Friday. Oh my God. This thing is redonkulous. Breaks, retest, pumps immediately. Look, it only took 2 days to go to the other target, man. 23%, $150. We hit the target. Open and close above 830-ish, and then 1,000's the target. And then after that, we're out of targets, man. No, I'm just kidding. But like, kind of, I'm kidding. We'd have to pull more aggressive, crazy ones from like this structure, and those are lining up. And the one past it looked like it was only at about 1200 anyway. No, it's just not even. It's 1100. So we are kind of actually legitimately running out of targets. That's how uber bullish this is. And when you get DMI this high, I mean, above 50, really above 40, but definitely above 50 is pretty crazy high. One thing that's interesting is be careful here. If you are a long NVIDIA holder, the bears are back in the neutral zone, which is between 16 and 26. You can see they were in the weak and forgotten zone for a while, around 10 for most of this year. But when they get back into the neutral zone, you do need to kind of pay attention because that's where they can spring from. They almost never spring from real low and deep. They need a couple little spikes to build up into for sustainable selling pressure. But now we actually are up in there. And this is like the last time it happened was early January, which said suck it. And then before that, a little bit of here and then a little bit of here. But I mean, it's just so far away from everything. It doesn't just, I mean, it's just reminiscing of the .com kind of bubble a little bit. I mean, I wasn't trading that at the moment or at the time, but big gap right here. And y'all know what happens to gaps, right? They do get filled at some point. They do get filled. All right. Anything else we got going on here? No. Let's go to weed stonks. Let's go to MJ because that's a good one to look at for just like everything. Oh, look at this. Higher highs, higher lows. Ooh, and a little trend line. Look at that. Hey. Very nice. I'm still holding some weed stonks here. So we'll see what happens. Ooh, is Get BF a re-entry? No, this bitch will not sell off. God damn it, Bobby. Shit. All right. Well, whatever. It is what it is. No buy for you. Oh, everybody's favorite ETFs. Oh, gosh. Look at them. Dump. Sell the news, and now it's okay. Brr. It's cold up in here, dude. What's Easy BC? I mean, what the hell? There's too many. There's just too many, dude. Why do we need this many? Like, it's like Hype Train 3000, y'all. Whatever. All righty. I think that's probably... Oh, let's go look at exchange tokens because we were talking about these last week. Have any of them come to fruition? Oh, no. But look at this KuCoin chart. Look at this. We talked about it last week. This bitch saucer at the top of range. It looks so good above $10. Uniswap did a super pump on Friday. We talked about that. Just big old whatever proposal. And so my friends like, oh, the fundamentals matter or whatever. I'm like, dude, this chart looked bullish as hell way before any of this news. Way before any of that. Yes, does news occasionally surprise people? A great recent example of that is XMR with the delisting that came out of nowhere, and the structure was still fairly decent. It wasn't like super great, but it was fairly decent. Definitely not pointing to the signs of that happening. So yeah, sometimes it does happen, but 90% of the time, nope. Crow, ooh, beautiful. Look at these, y'all. Look at these. OKX, not as beautiful, but as long as it holds this little swing low at like 47-ish, looks good. Vite's already pumped, so kind of missed that one. Waves pumping. We can skip that one. And KNC, Kyber Network. I think the Crow and KCS charts look the best. I really like this KuCoin chart, this little basing thing. Super sexy time. Oh, what else do we got here to talk about? Let's look at Dogelings just because we haven't looked at them in a while. Yeah, they're trying to do something. But again, these usually don't moon hard until towards the end of the rally, unless it's bonk. But that was like a new, fresh one. That one came out super pump. Interestingly enough, it's actually kind of basing out here. It looks okay above what the point 0.0000. I'm just gonna say about 11,000. We're just gonna take the zeros off. Looks okay above about 11,000. Akita Inu. This actually looks pretty sexy right here, y'all. Pump Fest 3000, double Pump Fest 3000, and now we're just resting atop, confirming that hey, this is the low, right? As long as it's above about 1300, looks pretty decent. Again, these usually don't pump until later. Cybersecurity, that is one thing I wanted to look at real quick. Let's just look at hack. What's Planetaire doing? Freaking Pump Fest 3000 again. Oh, here it is, the ETF. I just kind of want to look in general. Oh, a little pause there. Okay. All right. So maybe that's the hype's done a little bit off of that. All right. All right. Not too bad. Yeah, you can see they must hold a lot of Z-scaler. Hack does because it's like exactly the same chart. Anyway, I think that's it, y'all. What time is it? Oh yeah, we're going to get going. Nice. 49 minutes. Felt like we touched on lots of stuff. Oh, storage cryptos. I do think they already are pumping those. I kind of missed that, but Storage J has not pumped. This is kind of in the Kyber K KuCoin boat here. And SC has already pumped really hard. Actually, no, it did, but then it just gave it all up. Oh, so a potential top just got put in on SC. Wow. Is that down 50%? Holy shnikes, dude. But to be fair, it did rally 610%. So it's only up 300% now. It's fine. Oh, look at this though. Another couple weeks just staying above like just shy of a penny. We could get Chrono Cross on the weekly, and that could be uber sexy time. What's the all-time high on this bitch? About 10 cents. Woo! And I do think that the crypto guys are going to be try to build infrastructure on like data, I guess data centers. I don't think that's the right word, but like the libraries and all the references for programming on the chain, because most of that's still on AWS and DigitalOcean, etc. Blah blah blah. So it'd be cool to have it all up in the ecosystem, you know. So that probably could happen this cycle. And what I'm seeing here is this: as long as it's holding above this cluster, this could be a buy. Could be a buy. No need to rush. It's just 2 days in though, so let's see if there's something that comes up here this week on that guy. And other than that, I think finally I am going to be done here. Yep. Nothing there. All right. Let's wrap this bitch up. Wrong one. Mama Bear, kind of just keep doing your thing. Stay above about 51-ish thousand for the short term. Medium term's 48. Long term is like 42-ish. So depending on how you're trading and your style and stuff, that's kind of the ranges there. Ethereum looks... Losing this would be very nasty, though, just to be real frank. Losing 29 would suck, especially for an extended period of time. Then I would look for 27, and then that would be the next kind of like, oh shit moment. Obviously, we got plenty of time and plenty of price action before that comes to fruition. But eventually, it probably will, because we can't just go up like this forever, man. That is not healthy. Like I said last week and a little bit earlier in the stream, I'd rather us just go sideways into the halving versus just pump fest 3000. And on that note, real quick, let me pull up the halving chart just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. So yeah, you can see here's the halving lines of the red lines, and this is on my ideas page if you want to check it out, whatever, blah blah blah. You can see that, but if you go, it pumps real hard, but then goes sideways before it. Pumps real hard, then goes sideways for it. The one instance we do actually have where it pumped hard into the halving is where it did get rejected. Now, was that a fail and turned into a bear market? No, it wasn't. But it did pump super hard. Look at this. The week or two before the halving. And then it did turn into a little sell the news event and sold off almost 40% over the next month. Now, that ended up being a very epic buying opportunity. But nonetheless, the other times that it happened, it kind of just goes sideways through it. So just kind of some food for thought there. And let's take this off. And then let's go here and I'll look at hash ribbons real quick. And then we're going to look at Pi Cycle, and then we are done. Let's see here. Pump it up. Looks good. Nothing there. We can move on from that real quick. And let's turn on the Pi Cycles. So I just want to kind of watch this blue line up here and see how it's acting. Yeah, okay. So what we want to look for on this is when it starts to slope down aggressively like this. See where it's like kind of flat, and you do this pump, and then the second higher pump on it is lower. So we got the first high, we're getting the second higher one. We got the first high, get the second higher one. But when you see it start to get a little aggressive to the downside on the slope, then it's the top is nigh. So just keep an eye on this one, and we will be keeping an eye on it too on the stream. So if you don't want to keep an eye on it, just tune in, once a week or whatever, every time we have the show, 3 times a week. Yeah, there you go. Easy peasy. All right, that's it, guys. Much love. I hope y'all have an awesome start to y'all's week. Happy Monday. We'll see y'all on Hump Day. And until then, take care. This is No Noiz. I am Z Rex. Peace.